Hi everybody, Sony here, and today bringing you part 5 of What If DEKU had yandere. And before this video actually fully begins, I would like to say to you guys that once I get a community tab, I will be posting polls on there for the weeks I will be uploading the videos on, and plus you guys will get to decide of what video I upload that week. I do hope you guys enjoy the video, and let's get into it. If you guys want to recap, go to the previous video and watch the ending so you guys can get a rough understanding of where this video starts. As we cut to Izuku and Anna and Ida walking out the front gate, but they heard someone running behind them, this person being Ochako Uraraka, as she ran all the way up to him and says, "Hi, my name's Ochako Uraraka," but stopped by Anna's looking at her with the intent to kill, but she slowly stepped back one step, and Uraraka said, "Hi, my name's Ochako Uraraka, it's very nice to meet you," as Ochako bowed her head. "Oh, we already know your name, you're the Infinity Girl, right?" Izuku said. "Yes, I am, thank you very much, but I'm sorry I didn't come to you the first day. I didn't know where you were. You sort of wandered off." As Izuku spoke up, saying, "We didn't wander off, we walked to the train station," Izuku replied, as Anna hugged his arm tightly and said, "So what do you want?" as she took out a shit ton of murderous intent towards Uraraka. As Izuku let out a large blush, saying, "Anna, what are you doing?" Izuku said, as Anna instantly let go and let out a big blush as well, as she walked off, but Izuku and Ida caught up to her, the same with Uraraka, as they both started the conversations. As they both left for the train station, Izuku realized that Anna was following him, and Izuku turned around and asked her where she was going, as Anna replied saying, "Oh, I just recently moved to an apartment over there. I think it's the 5th floor," Anna replied. "Really? I live on the 5th floor as well. That's cool," Izuku replied, as Anna and Izuku both walked upstairs, with them both having two apartment houses, or rooms as you would like to say, in between them. As this annoyed Anna a little bit, but she realized to calm down. She was with her beloved at the moment. Anywhere near him is good in her eyes. As she started to plan out in her head what she was going to do the moment she had her plan in place. As Anna and Izuku both said goodbye to each other as they both walked into both of their appropriate houses. As you do a time skip of the next day, as Anna was knocking on Izuku's door, just enough for him to hear and wake up, as he jolted up and walked to the door, still without realizing he was shirtless. As Izuku walked out to see Anna at the door fully dressed in her school uniform, as Anna let out a big blush realizing Izuku was shirtless. But the moment she had the chance, Izuku let her in, as this was her chance to pounce, as Anna wrapped her arms around Izuku and pushed him to the ground, with her being on top. As Izuku wondered if she was okay, and it wondered if it was his fault or not, as Izuku tried to help her up, but she just squeezed tighter around his waist. Izuku was blushing up a storm, but he tried to get up, but Anna just squeezed even tighter. As then he tried to switch to using one for all, but was still being overpowered by Anna's immense super strength. Izuku was just managed to sit up, but the moment he did, Anna kissed his cheek, saying, "Got you," as Izuku just blushed the most he could do. as steam started to pour out of Izuku's ears like a faucet. Anna stood up from him as Izuku instantly rushed to the bathroom to get changed. As the moment he walked out, Anna was sitting on the couch watching TV, but Izuku came out with him fully dressed in his school uniform. As Izuku and Anna both walked out of the room, but without Izuku realizing, Anna snuck into Izuku's room and stole some of his items that he uses to wear, like his t-shirt, his boxers, and his sweatpants that he uses to relax in or train in, as all of the stuff was in her bag. As she told Izuku when they were going outside to wait for her, she forgot something in her apartment building. The moment she opened the door, she threw everything into her room as she walked out to walk with Izuku to the UA campus building. As they got there and sat in their places in their classroom of Class 1A, as Aizawa walked in telling them they need to pick a vice rep, as everyone raised their hands saying, "Me, me, me," except from Anna and Izuku. Also Momo. As everyone was screaming, Ida raised his hands in a robot position as he recommended them all to do a voting process like Deprematic. As everything went the same as canon, with Izuku getting president as Momo getting vice rep, as most of them said, "Oh, come on, I thought I was gonna get it." But we swapped to Bakugo's point of view, screaming out loud, saying, "How'd that shitty nerd get president? Who the fuck voted for him?" As the people who voted for Izuku, that being Ochako, Ida, and Anna, both whistling and trying to ignore Bakugo in the process. As Izuku said, bowing his head, "I promise to be the best president I can possibly can for our class. And thank you for the people who voted me in," Izuku said, as Momo sulked like she did in the canon, saying that she got 2 less votes than him. Well, am I not vice? But she turned that frown upside down when Izuku turned around and smiled at her, saying, "I hope we become both good teammates, and that's what we are doing in UA. I hope we can get along," Izuku said, as Momo let out a good yeep, as she didn't realize Izuku was talking to her, as this pissed off Anna beyond compare, as she realized Momo was blushing at her beloved. As the bell rings, signalizing it was their lunch time, as everything would go similar as in canon, with the lunch bell ringing as loud as it can, signalizing there is a villain in the school property, as they ask a year 3 student what's happening, as they replied saying, "This has never happened in the first time I've had my 3 years in UA," as this person ran off. As Izuku, Anna, Ochako, and Ida was walking out in a slow pace because the amount of people that were behind them pushing and shoving was insane. Mostly every student from the A3 all the way down to B2 were there, as Izuku had the bright idea or get shoved into the window. This brought up an idea as he saw the media on school property, as Izuku decided to charge up one for all and ask Ochako to make him lighter, as Izuku did the wall tactic he learned from Gran Torino, as he bounced from wall to wall, being greeted with the stop sign or the exit sign, as Izuku shouted out at every student saying, "It's just the media, everyone calm down, it's just the media, for Christ's sake. You're all meant to be heroes here, and you're all acting like spoiled middle school children, trying to figure out where the exit sign is. Everyone just calm down and go back to your classrooms," Izuku shouted, as everyone walked back to their classrooms. As we do a time skip of when the breaks are over, in Class 1A, Aizawa told everyone to get into their hero costumes. They'll be going to this unseen simulation joint, also known as the USJ, as everyone was getting ready to go out, as Anna was still looking through the peephole as Ochako noticed, saying, "Anna, why are you looking through the peephole? Are you being a pervert?" As Anna replied, saying, "Oh no, I'm just looking to see how the boys' bodies are, that's all." "Oh, you're trying to find a boyfriend, eh?" Mina said in a very sadistic tone. As Anna blushed and said, "Yes, kinda, I don't know," as she blushed manually, like it was her main setting in a video game. As Anna walked outside with all the rest of the girls in their uniforms and hero costumes. As Izuku walked out, same with the males in their hero costumes. As they all went onto the bus in ordinary fashion thanks to Izuku and Momo as they drove off from UA. Halfway through the trip, Suyu brought up how amazing everyone's quirk was. As Suyu brought up how Izuku's quirk looked like All Might's, as everything would go similar to canon. As they all arrived at the USJ, everything went as normal. Everything almost went as normal as planned. As a black portal opened in the middle of the USJ, as multiple villains came flying out of it. As the last villain that came out was looking a bird muscular figure with that similar to All Might's, as Shigaraki told Kirigiri to warp all the students away, as everything would go similar to canon, but instead of Visible Girl being with the person, is replaced with Anna. As Izuku and Froppy were both on the boat figuring out the same plan, but this time Izuku thought of something else he could do. As Izuku said, "Well, I think I can make the boat rock a little bit if I use my power, but I don't know if that'll destroy the boat or not in the process," Izuku said. As Froppy said, "Well, it's the only choice we got, kiddo, so let's just take the plan and go for it." As Izuku explained the plan of what they are going to do, as they went through with it, and it was a success like it was in the canon, but this time Izuku didn't break his fingers. As they all landed on the opposite side of the little lake they have in the USJ where the boat was, as Izuku, Froppy, and Mineta was both looking at the big beak guy and the hand guy, also known as Shigaraki, as Izuku had a plan in place stating that they should go undetected, which basically they should go under the water and try and slowly sneak out. As Froppy agreed, same with Mineta, as his plan went off without a hitch until Shigaraki noticed them walking in the water, as Shigaraki speed blitzed them, but without realizing Izuku didn't focus on using One for All at 5%, as he went straight beyond 100%, as he punched, or tried to punch Shigaraki, as it came with no prevail, as the Nomu blocked it like in the original canon, as the big shockwave was occurred, but this time it happened a lot worse, as the dust cleared as Izuku saw the big black red scarred figure in front of him, as the Nomu tried to reach for him, but without thinking All Might came through the door without smiling, as he says, "Don't worry, for I am here," in a very recon pissed off tone, as All Might speed blitzed all the villains as he punched the Nomu away from the 2 or 3 heroes in training, as everything here would go the same as canon, with the Nomu suplexing All Might to the ground. As Izuku saw this, and without hesitating, he used 7% of One for All, something he's never tried before. But at this time it didn't hurt him thanks to the training he had with Gran Torino during the week off, as this made his speed increase financially faster, as Izuku speed blitzed the Nomu and used 5% and punched it in the face, this doing nothing, as All Might managed to loosen his grip and jump off the Nomu. Thanks to Izuku, the Nomu's concentration was somewhere else. His All Might saw an opening and charged up as much One for All as he did in the cannon to release in one big supersonic smash. His All Might let out Detroit Smash as the Nomu went flying out of the USJ. As Shigaraki was pissed as he tried to run to All Might, but was shot multiple times in his knees, arms, but just barely missed his heart into his liver. As Snipe says, got immobilized, everyone move in. As most of the heroes started moving in, but Kurogiri warped Shigaraki away from the heroes. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and if you have, please tell me in the comment section down below if you have. And also, we recently hit 1,000 subscribers on the channel, which I thank you guys so much for the love and support you guys have given me over the 3 months I've been on this platform. For any you guys who want to get in contact with me personally or any sort of the stuff, which I'll leave a Discord link in the description as always. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.